Imagine the world as a great book of time, an ancient, heavy book written not with ink, but with fire, wind, water, and light. Each page doesn't mark just a year. It marks a turning point for humanity. As we turn each page, we don't see kings or wars first. We see something more fundamental: energy. The invisible force has always been there, even before humans existed. Moving stars, warming planets, creating life. At the beginning, human beings did not understand energy. They only felt it. They felt the warmth of the sun on their skin, the biting cold of the night, the fear of darkness, the relief of a lit flame. Each century was a lesson, a discovery wrested from nature, sometimes through curiosity, other times through desperation. Energy taught humanity how to survive, then how to produce, then how to dominate, and finally, how to question the limits of that dominance. It was energy that shortened distances, lit up cities, moved machines, connected continents, and redefined what progress means. But it was also energy that left scars on the planet, covered skies with smoke, and forced humanity to realize that all power has a price. This is not just a scientific account. It is an epic journey through time, a story of curiosity, daring, and transformation. With each century, a new page. With each discovery, an irreversible change. This is the story of energy through the centuries. Long before dates, calendars, or civilizations, the only available energy was the simplest of all: human energy. Running, pushing, lifting, throwing. Muscle power was everything. At the same time, humans observed the world around them. The sun warming the skin, the wind blowing, the water flowing. But they still didn't know how to control these forces. Around 400,000 BC, one of the greatest turning points in history occurred. Human beings discovered fire. At first, it appeared naturally: lightning striking trees, spontaneous wildfires. Only many centuries later did humans learn how to create fire themselves. This was the discovery of thermal and chemical energy. Fire brought warmth, light, protection, and cooked food. Life changed forever. Between 10,000 BC and 3000 BC, with the rise of agriculture, a new source of energy emerged: domesticated animals. Oxen pulled plows. Horses carried people. Muscle energy was no longer exclusively human. Here began the large-scale practical use of biological energy. Around 3000 BC, the Egyptians were already using sails on boats, harnessing the wind to navigate the Nile. The wind began to move not just leaves, but entire civilizations. Between the 3rd century BC and the 1st century AD, the Greeks and Romans developed water wheels. Rivers began to grind grain, pump water, and power simple mechanisms. Nature was now working for humankind. During the Middle Ages, windmills and water mills spread across Europe. They represented the consolidation of mechanical energy, force transformed into continuous work. Without electricity, without engines, entire cities functioned powered by wind and water. Here, history accelerates. In the 18th century, coal began to be used on a large scale. The steam engine emerged, driven by thermal energy. Factories were born. Trains appeared. Cities grew rapidly. It was the beginning of humanity's dependence on fossil fuels. The 19th century revealed an invisible and revolutionary force: electricity. Experiments with magnetism and electric current led to the creation of generators, motors, and light bulbs. Electricity is not a source. It is a transformation of energy, and it changed everything: lighting, communication, industry, and transportation. At the beginning of the 20th century, oil came to dominate the world. Cars, airplanes, ships, plastics, fertilizers, everything began to depend on it. By the mid-20th century, humanity mastered the atom, and nuclear energy emerged as one of the most powerful forces ever known. It can generate electricity without polluting the air, but it can also cause destruction on a scale never before seen. As environmental impacts became evident, humanity began to change course. Solar energy. Solar panels became widespread at the end of the 20th century, capturing the sun's energy directly. Modern wind energy. Large turbines emerged, transforming wind into clean electricity. Biomass, hydrogen, and new technologies. Renewable sources gain space, seeking a more sustainable future. Today, humanity lives in the most delicate and decisive chapter of this long story. Never before in human history have we had so much energy within our reach. It lights entire cities in seconds, moves billions of data points across the world, keeps hospitals running, sustains economies, and connects people separated by oceans. But at the same time, never have we been so dependent on it. A single blackout is enough to reveal the truth. Without energy, the modern world stops. What was once merely a tool for survival, the fire to warm us, the wind to sail, the water to turn wheels, has become absolute power. The power to create comfort, progress, and abundance, but also the power to destroy ecosystems, alter the climate, and put the very future of life on Earth at risk. Every outlet, every engine, every solar panel, every turbine, and every reactor carries a silent choice: how we want to live and what kind of world we want to leave behind. Today, we stand at a historic crossroads. On one side, finite, fast, and destructive sources. On the other, renewable, clean, and sustainable energies, still evolving, still contested, still under construction. Because in the end, the history of energy was never just about machines, gears, wires, or numbers. It is about human beings trying to understand the forces that move the universe, and at the same time, trying to understand themselves. With each century, we master new forms of energy. Now, we must master something even greater, our own consciousness. And as long as the sun keeps rising, the wind keeps blowing, the water keeps flowing, and life keeps pulsing, this story will have no final chapter. It continues, now, in the present, being written by us. Enjoy the energy, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, History of Things.